Giuliani's son is in the news this week that he won't be campaigning for his dad.
Wow. Imagine if Chelsea Clinton had said this about her mom.
I know. And she never will.
That and more right after this.
We see parents who dream big, of honor students and artists. By supporting programs that help children learn, we help parents watch their dreams come true.
From the Watergate Building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors Chuck Todd and John Mercurio.
It's Thursday, and I'm John Mercurio.
And I'm Chuck Todd. Rudy Giuliani's son, from his second marriage, Andrew, went public this week about his problems with Dad, and more importantly, Dad's current wife, Judith Nathan. John, is this going to hurt Rudy very badly, just as the beginning of a bad news curve? Or is this really just sort of Rudy getting airing some of the dirty laundry early to get it out of the way and maybe force the son to reconcile publicly?
Oh, reconciling publicly is not a pretty
On
subject.
Phil? Can you imagine? Dr. Phil having Rudy and Andrew,
that might work
Judith
in New
Nathan.
York City, but that's not going to work in Columbia, South Carolina.
Dr. Phil could get these two together. What you need to do, Mr. Mayor.
There's a little bit of Craig Crawford in there, actually.
What you need to do,
I say that
Mr. Mayor,
lovingly.
is you need to go to your son and tell him that you love him, but sternly.
No, you moved into Bill Clinton.
I'm sorry.
You're doing it.
sorry.
It all comes back to Bill Clinton.
I think my Dr. Phil's
But
pretty
look,
good.
if I may answer the question
Fine,
that you asked me, I think ultimately this is not a good thing for Rudy Giuliani. And the reason is, and again, it goes back to the main point about the media. If anything fits into a stereotype, the media will glom onto it, and especially I think conservatives that Giuliani's trying to win over are in the back of their minds still sort of leery of this New York, this New York City mayor coming out, and the fact that he's got sort of family problems. Everyone's got family problems, but when it fits into this stereotype of New York City liberals who have no respect for family values, I think it ultimately can hurt him. How he responds to it, whether he comes out and says, "Look, I do have some discord in my family. We went through a painful divorce." With stepmothers, there's always difficulty getting the children on board. If he's able to talk about that, which so far he hasn't shown he likes to do, then I think he can overcome it. But
in all
until
seriousness,
then,
he needs an Oprah or Dr. Phil moment. I mean, I hate to say that.
with his kids.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of needs to see that it's like, look, he's fallible. He needs to show that we know he's fallible. But the question is he fallible to the point where he's still got that thin skinnedness that we all thought September 10th Rudy had? Or is he really grown?
Well,
I mean, one of the things Rudy's...
Don't do it as a political event.
That's
don't
right.
Do it. Don't look
But at this
political
point,
while
it's
you're
always
doing
going to
it.
look political. I
Right.
mean, look, the son did the dad no favors. I mean, the son basically answering the New York Times call and then the ABC call, you're just like, geez. If you're Rudy right now, you're just like, man, you're like, wow, boy, my boy really did it to me. There's nothing. You're a campaign consultant. There's nothing you can do about this. This is just the son getting a little bit of revenge. Maybe this means that Judith Nathan, or I'm getting my Donna Hanover, might actually come out and apologize for this or something. Right. She might actually start the reconcile process, because this is tough for any father to do.
This is tough for any father, and it's tough for Judith Nathan. I mean, in some ways you have to sympathize with her. I just walked by a cable TV station a couple minutes ago, and the little chyron on the bottom was, sources say Judith Nathan is the cause of the family's problems. Do you want that written on the on a chyron?
Look, this is Washington. We all have friends who are stepmoms or stepdads, and it's just one of those towns where unfortunately divorce is fairly common. Yeah, that is a rough thing. That is a rough thing. So,
but again, I think
how does Rudy handle this? How does he handle the next couple of weeks? I think, if I'm assuming his opponents are going to look at this as a moment of, oh, the media is ready to start doing the bad Rudy stories, so let's dump everything we got.
Well,
and
you already saw Romney's wife talk about how he's only been married once.
Let's see how Rudy comes out. He couldn't take it in 2000. Mm-hmm. Is this a different Rudy? He says he's a different Rudy. We're going to find out next couple weeks.
Right. All right, that'll do it for today's show. Join us tomorrow for a very special big show. As you all probably know, Chuck's leaving us for the big dogs at NBC. Makes us very sad. But tomorrow we'll be bringing back some familiar faces to send Chuck off to the big peacock in the sky with style.
Wow, am I really dying? Sending off the big
You are
peacock in the sky.
That was the big surprise.
I will be euthanized live on web television.
But there you go.
But apparently not. I'm not going that far. Just going up Nebraska Avenue.
We'll still miss you, man.
Right.
For Hotline TV, I'm John Mercurio.
All right, and I'm Bette Midler, apparently, from Johnny Carson. We'll see you tomorrow.
I love that it's scripted that I have to say I'll miss him.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.